solo cast, and I ended the game, felt pretty good about it, and then turns out I wasn't recording the gameplay at all. I just was streaming it. So fun for me. Good practice though. That was a warm up round. I'll give myself a warm up round. So Fnatic obviously really famous for the Garen Yumi bot lane. You might see it here. If you look at the bans, some strong Pantheon's essentially a pick ban every game. I don't think he even got through at Worlds once. Maybe he got through once. No surprise, you see the Akali, the Clid, Akali, a nice flex pick. Both Faker and Khan have played that throughout the year. Clid, one of the cleanest Lee Sins in the entire world. And there it is. Yeah, so you do have the Garen Yumi bot lane. You would assume probably not going to see Whippo on the Garen, although there is a chance. No, so that should confirm it. Though Gangplank can be flexed mid, probably going to go to Bwippo here. SKT matches with the Kale, so really strong scaling from both of these teams. The early pressure so far leaning towards SKT with that Clid Lee Sin. And now we're into the second round of bans. Might see a Kaisa or Rakan ban. No, you're going to see the Gragas. Gragas has been high priority here at Worlds. And the Syndra ban from the last... Wow. A Vayne ban. Okay. Don't see too many of those, but you assume it's more so to counter the Garen. So take away one of those strong counter picks for the Garen Yumi bot lane. So that makes sense. Teddy's a very capable ADC player, obviously, so wouldn't surprise me if he had Vayne in his back pocket for something like the Garen. And Silas ban comes out as well, another really nice kind of flex pick. Really strong skirmishing potential. Also could potentially steal the Kale ult, which is just insanely powerful, especially with something like the Garen Yumi who could just kind of run in. So you don't see any ADC bans, which is, except for the Vayne, of course, but you don't see any Kaisa, Xayah ban. Potentially see the Leona here. Really, really strong. No, it's going to be essentially a different version of Leona. Really strong engage. Really high pressure in the early game. Super tanky as well, which is something that the SKT comp is lacking. Kind of that front line damage soaker. And Effort has played this Nautilus a decent amount, so excited to see him on that. Now, obviously, you have your... that makes sense earlier why they didn't ban any more ADCs. It's because Garen's going bot lane. Gonna have Nemesis on Ryze, probably. Probably not an Orianna jungle. Yeah, there's the Rek'Sai. That gives Fnatic some nice early gank paths. It also allows for some early dueling with that Lee Sin. Can kind of match his presence in the early game. And you see Fnatic's comp is pretty beefy. Teddy on this. Lucian, another one of those really strong early game ADCs. It's going to be Tristana. Okay, so Tristana gives them a nice scaling option, a lot of really strong presence for tower taking, and because Tristana can permanently push the wave, it can make the Garen Yumi a little less effective at like the skirmishes because you can just have the perma push. So bot lane probably not going to be too wild. So I do like the Tristana pick. Obviously, you look at these comps, both have really strong team fight potential with the Ryze, the Gangplank. Oh. SKT elects to give Faker the Tristana. Sort of a similar idea, but now we're going to see Teddy on Kale. Now, this is something you don't see very often, but the idea here is that because you're not going to be very pressured by this Garen, you're kind of using that free lane to allow Teddy to scale with this Kale. The Nautilus is really good protection for the Kale, and Kale sort of does just act like another hyper carry ADC. Neither team doing anything too crazy at these early stages. There is a nice deep ward. I didn't see who got that into the Fnatic jungle, but nonetheless, really nice deep ward. It's going to give vision onto Broxa when he crosses over into that, and it's going to give kind of a nice idea. It looks like SKT's electing to invade, though. They do have a lot of early game CC with effort. They're going to back up. I don't know, but they're fighting over this red buff. It looks like Clid gets it. He does. Exhaust coming down onto Reckless. Reckless is forced to flash out. Super weak. The first blood goes over to Faker. Now Broxa getting chased down from Faker as well. Broxa almost goes down. Lives with just a little bit of HP. So super clean engage from SKT at that level 1. Broxa, it actually looked, I misspoke. I believe Broxa got the red buff at least. He did. So he does have the level 2. So if he would have lost that red buff, it would have been disastrous for Broxa. So let's see a replay here. So Nemesis on the rise has E, which early game with the cooldowns isn't too strong. So yeah, Broxa does win the smite fight for red, but then the engage onto Reckless, he gets exhaust and ignited, which is just too much. And then Faker jumps over. Oh, the damage from, if that Q hit from Clid, absolute death. Now, Faker jumping on a Nemesis into a wave, good trade. They're about even. But yeah, if that Q hit from Clid, it would have been absolutely game over for Broxa in this early game. And when Rek'Sai falls behind, especially against a Lee Sin, really negates some of those early pathing options you have. And the counter jungle, especially because that ward was in the blue side jungle of Fnatic, it just would have really made it hard for Fnatic's early game. But he does get the red, so it's just 1 kill over. Some summoners lost. Flash for Teddy. Double sums for Faker down. And Hylissang also lost both of his sums. So, end of the day, gold's still even. First blood did go over to Faker, though, on the Trist, which is obviously never fun to play against. You're probably going to see the TP here from Teddy. He probably doesn't want to lose. Oh, Teddy's teleporting behind, and Faker's going to follow. Double TP onto Reckless. Teddy's pumping out a ton of damage. Rooted. Efforts rooted. Khan's going to clean up the kill. All of SKT is here. So Fnatic just gets completely outgunned. What I'm really interested to see after that play, they're going to get the early Mountain Drake. 4 kills suddenly for SKT. How does Fnatic bounce back? They're obviously giving a lot of gold over to Bwipo, a lot of plates as well, which is super nice. Mentioned the passive scaling for the Gangplank, the passive gold generation for the Gangplank earlier. So with this ult, which he did just use, Faker's going to probably kill him here. Bust down the ignite, or the exhaust rather. Nemesis is coming in. Ooh, Nemesis ult comes, basically just saves his friend's life, says, no, you're not dying today. Faker lost vision initially, which is why he autoed that minion. So we're going to see a replay here, actually. So this is a double TP on this ward. You have Teddy coming in, and I don't think they expected Khan to come in as well. Gangplank ult's kind of rendered useless because of Teddy's ultimate, and because every single member of SKT was there faster, there's really no retaliation that Fnatic could get. They got some plates top, but there's really not a fair trade there. So great job by SKT by teaming up, using that ward, and making sure that they get the jump onto Fnatic before they could even blink. Next dragon's Ocean. And at this point of the game, Kale's level 8, so she's still not quite where she wants to be. Keep looking for her level 11 power spike for her to really start popping off. SKT was in a position for the dragon. They get it. Effort with a heads-up play to pull the minions. Now we're going to get a team fight. The hook hits on Bwipo. The ultimate also on Bwipo. Brox is taking a lot of damage from Faker. Effort goes down. Also, Broxa goes down. Faker gets ulted from Teddy to stay alive and not take damage. So in the end, it's a 2-for-1 in favor of SKT, and they get the dragon, bot tower, and they save their mid tower. So really good play overall from SKT. all at the expense of Effort's life, which is just 1 death. But overall, you take that 10 times out of 10. So here, Bwipo gets hit by by Effort's hook. Alted. So he's out of the fight for a solid 3 seconds. Clid kills Hylissang trying to switch targets. Nemesis ults 3 out. Otherwise, that probably would have been a lot worse for Fnatic. And Teddy did just hit his level 11 power spike, finish Nashor's Tooth, and is working on Rage Blade. When he finishes that Rage Blade, the team fight in a straight 5v5. Oh, Broxig's going to get picked off here. Faker just drops the exhaust instantly, but Broxa has tunnels, so he just says later. Lot of damage coming down. Clid's going on Nemesis. Nemesis is pumping out a lot of damage. He gets his shield. Is Clid going to get the kill? Flash from Nemesis. Big play by Nemesis to stay alive. The shield coming out from Nemesis saved him from a lot of Clid's damage and allowed him to trade back. So that's just a straight outplay from Nemesis. I think Clid lost vision initially, which actually allowed Nemesis to trade back that much damage. That was an insane play. Even after that play, though, the SKT members are so much healthier and so much stronger at this point of the game. They get another Ocean Soul, or another Ocean Drake. And it's only... the gold can be deceiving here, right? Because you look at just the gold, you're like, okay, it's 1,000 gold. Yeah, there's 3 dragons, and they're strong dragons. But it's not impossible. But then you take a look at the comps and you say, okay, what's Garen going to do in these late game team fights? What's even really, Broxa going to do on the Rek'Sai? They literally are in a 4v5 situation here. They kill Effort, even though good job by him to get his ultimate off. Teddy's doing insane damage from the backline. They can't burst because Teddy's ultimate just completely negates any burst they have. And here's that play again. So Clid just straight up gets outplayed. I mean, Nemesis has TP and so does Khan. So I'll see which one of them bites first on the TP. So it will be Khan. This is going to force Nemesis to TP as well. His TP is very late though. A lot of damage going down onto Fnatic. Faker's untouched completely. Teddy's weak. Nemesis is most of their damage, but he gets there so late. Clid goes back into for the fight. Faker's pumping down damage. A double kill for Reckless. Good job. But at the end, it's a 3 for 2 rather. And now Faker has the cutoff. Khan's getting extremely low. Teddy has to flash. My goodness. Waves are even in the top and bot lane. Khan's backing. TP for Teddy is up. TP for Bwipo is up. By the way, Faker 7-0-2. On a Tristana. They're rushing this Baron to force either a TP or the Gangplank ultimate. Now we have a fight. Reckless is on 3 members. Teddy doesn't go down quite yet. Brox is going to get his ultimate back line onto Effort. Teddy and Effort both go down. Khan's going to re-engage. Faker's in the back line just annihilating Fnatic. Hylissang is able to jump around and live there. But this is sort of the problem. Ooh, nice knockup from Broxa to take down Clid. No, he's going to stopwatch. Khan's there now. I don't think he'll be able to get the kill. No, the movement speed is too much. The win condition really for Fnatic here would be, aside from just like a colossal throw or like a pick, they basically need to kill Faker instantly without him being able. But the issue is Teddy has his ultimate to save Faker. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Whoever they try to kill, Teddy will just ult. And meanwhile, Teddy, they're going to try to pick off Khan here. Yuumi slow will hit, but SKT, you notice, is going for the mid turret. They're going to kill Khan for sure, but they're also going to probably get an inhibitor for it. So they do kill Khan. He stalls really well. There's nothing Bwipo can do. They force a TP, though. Okay. They force double TP. They're going to try to get a lot here. They have to, or the game's over. It's Teddy. Teddy's forced to flash. Bwipo flashes also. Not sure why. He's going to get knocked up, rooted. Bwipo's done for. Strong team fighting from SKT will win this fight. Nemesis should go down here. He's forced to flash out. There's the ultimate from Teddy to save effort. Reckless goes down. Now it's a 3-on-4. Flash forward from Faker. A lot of damage from Teddy, just constantly annihilating from the backline. He's completely untouched. Klid's going to get the inhibitor, the mid inhib, and I believe the death timers are far too long, and there's no wave clear on Broxah or Hylissang. This game is officially over, folks.